It's their vision that patients have the freedom to choose a lifetime of
Thanks, Chris. And Ryan earlier back at the station. Final contest of the day. We are going to bring you live coverage of Southeast and Hulett. Teams just finishing up their warm-ups. So that'll give us plenty of time to look at starting lineups are fueled by Essential Fuels in Torrington, where quality service meets competitive prices. Feel hungry? Try one of their breakfast or lunch items, made fresh, hot, and ready for you. Essential Fuels, your essential stop in Torrington. Take a look at the first at the Hulett Red Devils. They're going to come out this way. Number 13, she's a freshman, Lindsay Geib. Number 20, also a freshman, Madison Williams. Number 21, a freshman, Chloe Shawn. Number 9, a sophomore, Jolie J. Number 11, a sophomore, Jocelyn Didier. And a senior, number 10, Izzy Forsheim. Lady Cyclones, who I believe are undefeated in this, and earlier beat really good Burlington team, number 5 in the state. They're going to start just the way they did last time. Number 7, a senior, Hadley Leathead. Number 8, a senior, Kiana Llewellyn. Number 9, a junior, Bailey Maling. Number 11, a sophomore, Briley Leathead. Number 23, a junior, Briley Booth. And number 29, a junior, Haley Eckwall. The libero will be Taylor Tregimba. So that's the starting lineup. We've got teams getting onto the court. We've got time for a short timeout, and then we'll come back with that first serve.
Hi, this is Kelly Sittner, President First State Bank in Torrington. Our Torrington branch is looking to fill a teller/new accounts position. Come work for a company that loves its community and celebrates its employees. First State Bank is a hometown bank staffed with your neighbors and friends. Join our team and apply today at www.fsbwy.com. The best place to work, best place to bank. We are an equal opportunity employer. First State Bank in Torrington, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
Looking for expert urologic care in your community? Dr. Matthew Ruttman, board-certified urologist at Banner Health Torrington, specializes in comprehensive urologic and pelvic health, treating everything from bladder issues and kidney stones to pelvic pain and prostate issues. Dr. Ruttman provides personalized, compassionate care right here in your community. Call Banner Health Torrington at 307-532-8758. Banner Health, making healthcare easier so life can be better.
Shad Bates back at Southeast High School. 1A Jamboree. Lady Cyclones have the first serve. They won the toss. And starting us out will be Llewellyn. And we're underway. First serve is a shank by Sean. And now Sean just free balls it over to Eckwall. Leahead attack in the middle. Who we got serving? They don't have these numbers in order. Jay is the setter. All right, we're back. Jay setting up in the middle to Forsheim, and she's going to get the kill off Cyclone's hands. So a quick side out for them. Jay will be back to serve. And the serve is going to go to Leahead. They're going to get under the net by Llewellyn. She was moving towards the net as she came in to set that, and her foot went underneath the net all the way across. So Hulett up 2-0. Llewellyn setting outside to Malin. Nice dig, and now going to be just a bit of a free ball. Touches the top of the net. Tregimba dives, gets it up but into the net. That was number 20, Williams, on the attack. Slow start for the Cyclones. Tregimba lets that one go. It was long, but not by much. Briley Leahead check it in. Tregimba's going to go out. Malin will serve, and then Tregimba will come back in once her service is done. Not so fast, my friend. There's an ace. Popped up in the air by Jay. Booth with the pass. Eckwall goes cross court. That goes off a shot. Off the ceiling, coming back. Jay couldn't get there. Tied up at 3 here in set 1. Malin. Nice dig by Didier. And now it's just free balled over by Williams. Llewellyn setting up in the middle of Leahead. She put it at the top of the net, into the net. Side out. Malin's out. Tregimba's in. And Williams is serving. Willems is serving, not Williams, Willems. And there's a shank by Tregimba. Hadley Leahead might have gotten her way just a little bit. She started to go for it and then tried to peel off. Willems to Leahead. Tregimba tracks it down, and now free ball over by Eckwall. Jay. She's going to go outside to Sean, and she's going to get stuff blocked by, that was Leahead, Hadley Leahead in the middle. Side out to the Cyclones. High floater. Popped up in the air. Sean from 10 feet. Looks long. Tregimba plays it. Leahead, and now free ball over by Llewellyn. to Didier, to Jay. Gaib with the pass into the net, and then Luella digs it out of there, and Ekwall, and then there was a pancake. All happened really, really quick. Booth. Jay tracked down by Willems, and now free-balled over by Forsheim. And there's a deep attack in the middle, goes off of the hand of Didier for the kill. We're tied at 5. Good rallies happening fast. Don't see a successful pancake very often in 1A high school volleyball in Wyoming. And Hadley Lead had put it in the net on the serve. So she's going to check out. Coming in is going to be Wernsum. With Forsheim serving, high floater off the hands of Trey Gimba to the back wall for an ace. Hulett up 7-5, CNA scoreboard. Werbsman handles this one, and now it's got to be a free ball over by Briley. Attacked by Sean is going to be cross court in front of Trey Gimba for the kill. Forsheim, high floater to Trey Gimba. Pops it straight up in the air. Llewellyn tracks it down. Lead head with a little bit of a roll to Sean. Jay, backside set to Gaib. Wormsman's there. Booth on the attack cross court. Nice dig by Forsheim. And now Sean on the attack. Wormsman again. This time it goes to Ekwall, and she can't keep it inside the antenna as the set was well outside the antenna. 9-5 CNA scoreboard. Cyclones down 4 here in the first. There's a let serve, hits the net, trickles over the top. Wormsman dove for it, couldn't get there. Forsheim deep to Trey Gimba, bit of a shake, tracked down by Booth, now free ball over by Leadhead. Into the campfire for the kill and the point. That'll bring up Haley Ekwall to the service line. 10-6 on the CNA scoreboard. Cyclones have some work to do in the first to get back into this. That's a great serve by Ekwall to Gaib. She shanks it into their bench. Score that bad boy an ace. Ekwall juiced another one. Willems was there. Jay to Sean outside, partially touching the net. Wormsman, and now over the top of the block was Leadhead for the little dink, and the point for the Lady Cyclones. Ekwall's been trickling the top of that net. This time she goes well over the top of it. That was to Gaib, and now Sean's just got to set it over to Leadhead. To Llewellyn, back to Leadhead. She goes over the top of the block again. Diving Jay saves it. It's a free ball. Llewellyn in the middle to Booth. Quick set. Booth blocked and then takes it right back at Jay for the kill. Cyclones within 1. 4-0 run here. And that's where it'll end. Ekwall goes long on that serve. Side out, but a nice run. Boki checking in for Ekwall, defensive specialist for the Cyclones. She handles the serve receive. Llewellyn, backside set. Here's Leadhead off the top of the block, popped up in the air by Willems. And now Sean's just got a little bit of a roll from 15. It's long. Wormsman went for it, pulled back at the last possible second, let it go long. Trey Gimba serve to Willems. Jay to Sean from the right side this time, goes cross court. Boki is there. Nice swing by Bailey Mailing. I think last year all she did was score points coming off the bench. That regional tournament in Guernsey. Starter this year. We're tied at 11. That's a let serve. Popped up in the air, and now on the attack is Didier. Mailing with a crazy save, and it's right on the line. Cross court, she was outside the antenna about 5 feet off, went all the way across the court and hit the line with a one-hand swing. Wow. That'll get these fans going. Cyclones now up 12-1. Jay, she's going to set outside to Didier. Partially touched at the net. Nope. It was long, no touch. My eyes have been deceiving me today on those touches. Jay, setting to Sean on the right side. This one is touched straight up in the air by Mailing. Llewellyn, she's going to go back to Mailing on the outside, and she airmailed it. It came back to her so fast she didn't have much time to transition, get off the net, and then very little snap at the wrist, and that's a recipe for disaster right there. Sean serve into the net, right back to the Cyclones. And Briley Booth serve. Hadley Leathead comes back in. Wernsman to the bench. Booth, little floater to Sean. Jay. She's going to Didier in the middle. Big swing, partially touched, and then shanked a bit off the arms of Boki in the back row. Side out to the Lady Red Devils. There's a let serve, hits the net, rolls over the top. Melee on the move, tried to swing an arm out, but couldn't make contact with the ball. We're tied at 14. Didier's serve looks well long. It is. Could tell as soon as it left her hand, she had that one too high and too hard. Eckwell back in, play that front row for the Lady Cyclones. We've went one complete rotation. Llewellyn serving to Sean Willems, and now going to be free ball over by Forshine. To Booth, Llewellyn going outside to Mailing. Gets it past the block and in front of a diving Sean for the kill. Good swing by Bailey Mailing there. She's matched up against Jay on this block, and I think that she's got her on the ups on that one. Llewellyn's serve is going to be handled by Willems. And then diving was Booth, and caught the bottom of the net. Kind of a bullet. Llewellyn tried but couldn't get there. This is Jay serving. Overpass, look out. Forshine just free balls it over. Now on the attack in the middle is Leadhead. Off the arms of Jay for the kill. Cyclones heating up at the net. They're up 2. Mailing will serve. Checking in is Briley Leadhead. Jay setting right side to Willems. Popped up in the air by Booth. Llewellyn, cross court set to Leadhead. That was Briley for the kill on the outside. Cyclones extend to 3. 18-15 CNA scoreboard. That ball had some movement. Jay setting up in the middle of the Forshine. Popped up in the air by Mailing. Now attempted free ball by Forshine. She missed the ball. We're at 19-15. Clark and Associates scoreboard. Hulett wants to talk about it, so we'll take a break. I'll be back after this.
Bear Mountain Beef is your go-to for all of your USDA beef, hog, lamb, and goat processing. Located in Hot Springs, they're the premier USDA processor in the area. Give them a call today to book your next appointment, 307-338-2751, or visit their website, bearmountainbeef.com, 338-2751. Bear Mountain Beef, a cut above the rest.
fall is in the air, and that means football season and tailgating. Century Lumber in Torrington has big savings on grills. Check out the Weber Grill with a sale price of just $479.99. Century has also drastically reduced the price on the Peak Prime Green Mountain Grill. Come see all the features that this grill provides, including remotely managing your cooks with the Prime app. And it's priced at under $1,000. Your grilling headquarters at Century Lumber in Torrington.
Mailing at the service line goes to Didier. Now free ball over by Willems. And now Eckwall right back at her to Didier. Forshine on the attack, blocked by Leadhead. To Booth. Llewellyn right in the middle to Leadhead. She's going to go just tip it to the right over the net. Big empty spot there. Didier, she was about 15 feet away, came running in and had no chance. We're at 20-15 CNA scoreboard. Mailing, deep serve. Misses wide, just out. Wide left. Young lady running the lines. Had no idea she not only has the back line, but the side she's on, she's got that sideline too. Willems serve. Llewellyn setting outside to Leadhead. She's going to be stuff blocked by Geib. Had a real strong, Cyclones have had a real strong middle portion of this set. Let's see if they can't close this thing out. Willems, high floater, diving was Booth to get there. Leadhead on the attack, but we're going to get a net call, and that's going to be on Forshine. 21-17 CNA scoreboard with Hadley Leadhead back to serve. High floater, Jay, setting up outside to Sean. She's probably their most dangerous hitter. Now a set backside to Geib, and it's going to be long. Sean definitely swings the hardest out of all of the Hulett attackers. They're going to serve right towards her. Jay, she's got a back set now to Geib. Looks long, it is. 23-17. Cyclones in control here in the first set. Sean to Jay, back to Sean. Big swing, airmailed it. The block of Eckwall and Booth in the middle, Booth coming from the middle over there on that right side, I think intimidated her a little bit, forced it up for its set point. That goes, going to be an ace, goes off Jay and then off Didier. Cyclones win this first set, 25-17. Off to a good start here in the pool play action, the last of the pool play action. We'll be back with set two after this.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. I'm Ryan Young, your Torrington Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help make them feel a little less unexpected. Stop by our office on Main Street in Torrington or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Wade Brew, Market President with Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank has been serving the lending needs of farmers, ranchers, and commercial business owners of the Wyobraska area, where we've called home for over 100 years. Let us put our resources to work for you with local decision-making from a family-owned bank. Give us a call or visit us at www.wypinnbank.com. Pinnacle Bank, Torrington and Mitchell, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Eric's Lube Express provides fast, friendly, and convenient oil changes with no appointment needed. Located in the Cold Springs Business Park, just north of Baumgars. Simply drive up and never get out of your vehicle. They'll also accommodate your busy schedule with pickup and delivery service. Just call 307-338-2653. Oil changes made easy. Eric's Lube Express. Swing through today.
Hi, this is Brian Young, CEO of Go Goshen. Go Goshen is a nonprofit organization dedicated to fostering economic development in Goshen County since 1987. In our community, small businesses are vital, which is why Go Goshen focuses on retaining and expanding local enterprises through grants and other opportunities. We're also home to the Chamber of Commerce, Travel and Tourism, and the Main Street program. Visit gogoshen.com to learn more about how we can help you today.
Shad Bates back at Southeast High School. One of the two physical sites of this 1A Jamboree. The other is in Lingle. Both gyms in it, both facilities being utilized. Joy is going to start us off serving and does so to Tregimba, to Llewellyn, outside to Maling, put it into the net. Set was about 4 feet off, and Maling had transitioned 5 feet, so she wasn't able to get a good approach on the ball on that one. Jay. Miscommunication there between Boki and Tregimba, went right in between them. So scored an ace. Jay, high floater to Tregimba. Llewellyn setting up in the middle to Hadley Leathead. Blocked at the net. Joust. Hadley punches it over. Boki. And now Llewellyn takes it over second contact and is going to catch Hulett sleeping. Bounces off a couple girls. Side out. But we're going to get a net call on Kiana Llewellyn. 3-zip. Hulett up here in the second. 3-1 now after that net serve. Haley Eckwall is going to check in for Boki. Play that front row. Llewellyn serve. Going to be a high floater handled by Sean. To Jay, to Willems outside. Just rolls it over the top of the block. Tregimba way back on defense and can't get there. This one goes short set to Tregimba. She gets there on that one. Here's Eckwall from the right side. Diving save is Didier. And now Maling on the attack again. No approach. Puts it into the net. 5-1 CNA scoreboard. Cyclones did this against Burlington in the contest two prior to this one, their last one. Tregimba now outside to Maling. She's going to be blocked. Maling takes it right back over second contact. Jay's there to Sean on the attack. Blocked, but not sealing the net was Leadhead and Eckwall. Goes down in between them. They did this against Burlington. Started out, played well the first set, then started out slow in the second. Ended up losing that. Eventually won in 3. Willems serve. Popped straight up in the air by Tregimba to Llewellyn, and now free ball over by Hadley Leathead. The four-sign. Willems from 20 feet. Nice diving save by Booth. Tregimba with the back row attack. Catches the net. Now Sean. Partially touched at the block. Maling is there. Llewellyn. Back to Maling from 10. Just tries to get it over the net and does, but it's out of bounds off to the right. And it's 7-1 on the CNA scoreboard. Cyclones need to talk things over. So I'll be back after this.
Hartman Family Dentistry is proud to support the Southeast Cyclones and wish them all the best this season. Hartman Family Dentistry has been serving the Goshen County area for 20 years. Dr. Tiffany Hartman strives to provide the best dental care in a caring, comfortable manner. They welcome new patients of all ages and encourage seeing children by the age of 2. Visit HartmanFamilyDentistry.com or call 534-1988.
Whether you're a Wyoming Cowboy fan or a Trailblazer, Lancer, Dogger, or Cyclone, Heartland Embroidery has the apparel and accessories you need to show your school colors. Stop in the store on Main Street in Torrington and take a look for yourself. From jackets and t-shirts to everyday gear and accessories, we promise you'll find something for the whole family. With new items always coming into the store, you'll always find that perfect item to show off your school spirit. Only at Heartland Embroidery, downtown Torrington.
Willems serve goes to Tregimba. Eckwall on the attack on the outside, and she's going to get stuff blocked by Sean. 8-1 CNA scoreboard. And there's another short serve in front of Tregimba that she just can't get to. We're going to get a sub as Wormsman's coming in for Tregimba. She's got that big leg brace on, and it's not lack of effort. It's just lack of, I can't get there with this leg brace. She goes deep on the serve this time. Llewellyn tracks it down, and Booth attacks from 15 and put it in the bottom of the net. Cyclones are down 9, 10-1. Here in the second set after winning the first one, 25-17. They needed some help, and there it was as Willems put it into the net. That'll send back Bailey Mailing to serve. Lots of work yet to be done here for the Cyclones. Willems pops it straight up to Jay. Sean on the outside attack. Big hit. Mailing is there. But they're going to call Eckwall in the net on the block. So side out, 11-2. Forshine back serving. Tregimba's back in. Outside set to Leadhead. Partially touched to the net and a net and touched by somebody else. So pick your poison on that one. That's a kill for Eckwall. And Hadley Leadhead's turn to serve. 11-3 on the CNA scoreboard. Cyclones need to cut that lead in half on this service. Get some momentum back. Willems pops it straight up in the air. Then miscommunication between Didier or Geib and Forshine as the ball went right in between them. They both went running for it and stopped and looked at each other. The head serve is going to go to Willems. Jay to Sean. Nice dig by Tregimba on that one. Good pass. Going cross court was Eckwall. Set was outside the antenna. Here's the attack in the middle by Didier into the campfire. Diving but not able to get there was Tregimba. Good effort by Taylor on that one. So Mailing's going to come out, or Leahead's going to come out, and Wernsom is coming in. And back serving will be Geib for Hulett. They maintain that 8-point lead. Wormsman to Llewellyn, and now Leahead's just going to set the ball over to Sean, to Jay, setting up the middle to Didier. She put it right into the net. Eckwall, who has a good serve, now's the time to start utilizing that, get some aces and some good points here. Nice pass by Willems to Didier on the outside, and she hit the Burlington girls over waiting to play or watching this one. Guess they're not waiting to play. This is the last one. So that's an ace. Oh, no ace. Just hitting there. 12-6. There's a good serve. Popped up in the air. Brought back into play, and now Sean from 10 feet, partially touched at the net to Wormsom. Llewellyn to Booth. Blocked, popped up in the air. Wormsman's there. Llewellyn's got to take it over. Jay setting up Sean on the outside. Big swing. Stuff blocked by Briley Booth. This Southeast team would benefit greatly if Booth would heat up hitting at the net. 12-7 CNA scoreboard. We're down to 5. Eckwall, deep serve. Geib is there. Popped up in the air. Now here comes Didier. Takes it easy on the swing. Handled by Tregimba to Llewellyn to Leadhead, and misses its sideline just by a bit. So Eckwall's out. Bokey's in. And Sean, thankfully, is in the back row serving. Tregimba to Booth in the middle. Geib is there, and now Willems. Here's a tight overpass. Tregimba pops it up, and now free balled over. Here's another free ball to Booth over the top of the block for the kill, about the 13-foot line. Fast and furious play at the net there, back and forth. Libero Tregimba back serving. High floater to Willems. Backside set to Didier, and she's going to be partially blocked by Booth, but out of bounds after that for the kill. And she's going to go back to serve for Hulett. 14-8 on the CNA scoreboard. Cyclones down by 6. That one's juiced, handled by Boki. Outside set to Mailing, who is checked back in and gets the kill down the front of Jay. She did not come close to sealing that net. Hadley Leathead back in. So you've got Booth is serving. You got Hadley Leathead, Llewellyn, and Mailing in the front. Booth serve. It's going to be handled by Willems. Tracked down by Jay. Back row attack by Sean. That's long. But the up official overrules the young gal doing the lines and said, nope, that baby was in. 15-9 CNA scoreboard. And Jay serving for the Lady Red Devils. Boki shakes it into the stands on the serve receive. So she's going to come out. Ekwall's going to go in. Take a deep breath. Get back in there, young lady. There's a floater to Tregimba. Llewellyn in the middle to Hadley Leathead. Off the arms of Jay after the partial block for the kill. Cyclones down 6, and it's definitely go time at 16-10. Teams can go from 16 to 25 in a hurry. Kiana Llewellyn serving. The lefty to Didier. Jay tracks it down at 25 feet off. And off and out, the attack was by Geib. She was missed by about 6 inches there, Coach said. I thought it was more than that, but I don't know if either one of us are fishermen. Here's Llewellyn. High floater. Didier has it. Jay pops it up in the air to Willems. Nice cover by Tregimba. Leadhead. Attack takes it right off the chest of a sleeping Didier. That's kind of embarrassing. What a swing. Cyclones within 4. Llewellyn's serve barely clears the net. Didier has it. Sean pops it up in the air. Now it's got to be free ball over by Willems. She gets it done to Tregimba. Set up some offense here. They're going outside to Mailing. Big swing and gets the kill. Diving for it was Didier. She couldn't get there. 16-13 Clark and Associates scoreboard. Hulett seen enough. Needs a timeout. I'll take one too.
Your farm or ranch is unique. Your insurance coverage should be too. I'm Kyle Rafferty, and at J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, we provide coverage for everything you work hard for day in and day out. We tailor coverages to meet the needs of your operation. Together, we can find the right policy to protect you from the unexpected. Give me a call at 532-2147 or drop by my office here in Torrington. J.G. Elliott Insurance, a Platte Valley company.
Hi, it's Ashley Arntz, mortgage lender with Platte Valley Bank. Buying a home is a big milestone, and at Platte Valley Bank, we're here to make it a little easier. From understanding your budget to securing the right mortgage, we guide you through every step of the way. With competitive rates and personalized support, we make home ownership easy, whether it is your first home or your next home. You've earned it. Now it's time to own it with a mortgage from Platte Valley Bank. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal health.
Back to live action with Kiana Llewellyn serving to Sean. Jay, Forshine in the middle. Going to be partially blocked by Leathead. Goes off her right arm out of bounds. Llewellyn dove for it, but absolutely no chance of getting it. Cyclones need to hold here, need a side out. They're down 4, 17-13 CNA scoreboard. With Willem serving. That's going to be an overpass. A joust at the net. Nope, no joust. Llewellyn lays off. There's Leathead, partially touches the net. Willems dives and saves it. Didier pops it up, and now Forshine tries to clear it and does to Booth. Llewellyn, great set outside to Mailing, ends up in a great kill from the outside. Llewellyn moving diagonally away from the net was able to position her body and get low enough to force that ball to the pin on the opposite side of the court. So Mailing will serve. See if the Cyclones can't string together a couple points here. Jay going outside to Sean. Big swing. Blocked by Hadley Leathead in the middle. Stuff blocked. That thing might have hit the ground before Sean did. Malin served it into the net, side out. Cyclones have chipped away at that 8-point lead. They're just down 3 now with Forshine back to serve. Put it into the net, gave it right back to the Cyclones. That'll bring up Hadley Leathead. You got Ekwall, and then the Brileys in the front row, Booth and Leathead. There's a set in the middle to Geib, and airmails it. No touch. Nope, that was Didier. Willems to Jay, outside to Sean. Airmailed it, and it's in. Nope, no airmail. That thing dropped in a hurry after it got about 5 feet away from the net. Lots of topspin. 19-17 Clark and Associates scoreboard. And Geib will serve for Hulett. To Booth. Now Ekwall on the attack, cross court, partially touched. Williams is there. Jay setting up in the middle. Pancake, nope. Tregimba didn't quite get there. On the attack was Didier, so she'll get the kill into the campfire. She just kind of rolled it there. Lead back to 3 for Hulett. Geib serve. It's going to look long all the way. It is. Well, this person is the person I like serving in this situation, and that's Haley Leathead, or Haley Ekwall, 20-18. She's got some crazy movement on it. Sean to Didier from 15 feet, put it into the net. There's another good serve, partially shaked, popped up. Jay takes it over, then Leathead right back at her on first contact. Jay setting Didier, pops it over. Llewellyn, quick reflexes, gets it up and over. Wormsman, who's in, free balls it back. Great defense there by the Cyclones. Here comes Sean on the attack off the hands of Llewellyn for the kill. Lead back to 2. Ekwall out, Boki in. Sean serving to Wormsman. Tracked down, and now Boki tries to free ball it over from off the court, back behind. It can't get it there. 22-19. That one's juiced. Wormsman takes it. Llewellyn to Booth in the middle. Big swing and a kill. Cyclones needed that. She went to her left. Maybe partially touched, but it was a big, big kill. Tregimba serve to Sean. She shakes it back, hits the basketball standard. Now somebody's got to free ball it over. Jay does. Boki's there. Llewellyn. And Live to Fight Another Day was Malin. There's an attack. Boki with a nice pop-up. Malin partially touched. Now off Geib. Jay. Sean from 15. Partially touched to the net, falls into the campfire. Booth was there on the block. The hilt was high. Just got some fingers on it, enough to slow it down and drop it into the campfire. 23-20 CNA scoreboard. Serve goes to Boki. Llewellyn outside to Malin. Cross court is going to get the kill, and we got a net call on Forshine. I'm sure that's who it was. Yep. Leathead, Hadley coming back in. Leathead, Malin, and Llewellyn across the front. Booth back to serve. Down 2. High floater's going to be handled by Willems. Jay back to Willems on the outside. Nope, that did not touch a hand. That's under the tape. That's 4 contacts. Here's Booth's serve. Barely touches the net. Sean from her knees passes it. Here's Willems on the attack, just going to free ball it over. Booth is there. Llewellyn, nice pass. Here's a set to Leahead in the middle, partially touched and in. Gets past Didier. And the Cyclones now have a 23-22 lead, and we're going to have a sub coming in. Geib is coming out. Checking in is going to be Palm, a freshman. Cedar Palm, they're going to cover her up in that back row. Sean to Jay to Willems. Partially touching that. Booth is there to dig it out. Outside to Mailing. Partially touched. Nice dig by Didier. And now just a free ball to Llewellyn. To Leathead. Popped up by Palm. Willem on the attack. Hits the line. She goes line and literally hits the line. We're tied at 23 on the CNA scoreboard. And we've got a sub. We want to get, Hulett wants to get Palm out of there and Geib into that front row. With Jay serving, knotted up at 23. Boki with the pass. Leahead to Mailing. Partially touched. Blocked. And falls on Hulett's side. Diving for it was Willems. She couldn't get there. Cyclones at match point with Kiana Llewellyn serving. And in comes Haley Eckwall. She'll join Mailing and Hadley Leahead in that front row. Llewellyn, high soft serve to Sean. Jay, she's going backside set to Didier. Booth is there. Llewellyn going outside to Mailing. Partially touches the net, pancake, and now free balled over by Forshine to Trey Gimba. Llewellyn to Leahead in the middle, big swing, blocked, popped up by Llewellyn, and now free balled over by Mailing. Jay back towards the center of the court, and a bit of a throw. Eckwall sticks her arm out, pops it up, Mailing on the attack, put it into the net. We're tied at 24. Oh, man. We had a couple options there, a couple chances to get this thing put away. Couldn't execute with now Willems is going to serve, and that puts Sean in the front. High floater to Leahead to Eckwall. Big swing and stuff blocked by Sean. Now we're at set point for Hulett. 25-24 CNA scoreboard. Willems, serve high floater to Leahead. Llewellyn back to Leahead on a quick set. Diving for it, getting it up is Didier. Now Sean's just got to free ball it over to Booth. Llewellyn going way outside to Mailing. She's going to be blocked. Falls on southeast side, and Hulett is going to win set number 2, 26-24. We're going 3, folks. Holy cow. Pretty fun volleyball to call when it's fast and furious and they're running offenses like that. Hey, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back with the third and final set after this.
Mid-States Tire is proud to announce that they are now open in their new location, located in the Cold Springs Business Park next to Baumgars. See them for all of your tire needs. They now have a truck bay for easy in and out access and state-of-the-art lifts for quick and easy service. Proud to support our area teams. Give Mid-States Tire a call today at 532-TIRE or stop in and see the brand new facility. Mid-States Tire, ready to serve you. Blodorns in Torrington is proud to have been serving the area for over 100 years. At Blodorns, they believe that the essence of your legacy can be found not only in the things you build and leave behind, but through the relationships you create along the way. That's why you can trust the friendly staff for help with any project. They have the building supplies you need from start to finish. Shop online today at blodorns.com. Blodorns, products you need, people you trust. At Platte River Family Dentistry, it's their vision that patients have the freedom to choose a lifetime of optimum dental health. It's their mission to provide progressive excellence in dental care with the ultimate in patient comfort. Dr. Marsh, Dr. Lucas, and the staff are always striving to learn the most up-to-date information, so it's clear to see that Platte River Family Dentistry is the right choice for your dental health. They appreciate your referrals and always welcome new patients. Call Platte River Family Dentistry at 532-4448.
The Southeast Booster Club would like to wish all of our Southeast Cyclone athletes good luck. We applaud your hard work and dedication to our school and are here rooting for you every step of the way. The Southeast Booster Club, supporting and promoting excellence in academics, athletics, and all activities in our Southeast schools. Go Cyclones!
Torrington Vision Source is a proud radio sponsor of area athletes and the Wyoming Cowboys. We're your one source for your family's eye care needs. Eye exam, full service optical, contact lenses, eye diseases and injuries, surgical co-management. We use the latest in technology, not only in diagnosing your problem, but also in the products to fix it. Our helpful and friendly staff is just a phone call or click away. 532-4114 or TorringtonVisionSource.com or like us on Facebook. Torrington Vision Source. Doctors Grant and Linda Jones.
Starting third set. Serve goes to Willems to Forshine, and now free ball over to Tregimba. Llewellyn setting up in the middle of the lead. Had big swing. Popped up in the air after partial block by Jay. Willems. Nice diving save by Booth. Llewellyn takes it over on a free ball. Willems attack again. Booth. Now Hadley Leahead on the bullet pass. Pops it over the net. Forshine high to Booth. Llewellyn. Outside to Mailing, and it's going to be long. Point to Lady Red Devils. I tell you, this one goes to 15, and they come in a hurry. Need a side out, get a run together. Not going to happen on that pass. Shanked by the senior Leathead into the stands towards the Burlington girls. Jay is serving. High floater. Leathead handles this one. Llewellyn outside to Mailing from 10 feet. Popped up in the air by Sean. Now Jay and Forshine run into each other. Forshine needs to get out of the way unless she hears help on that one with the setter coming. Nothing will make a setter more mad than that. That sends Bailey Mailing back to serve. Good serve. Sean digs it out. Jay outside to Willems. Diving saved by Eckwall. And then Leathead can't get there. Was going towards the bench and dove for it. Ball just trickled over the net, over the top of the block. Willems in the back serving now. That means Sean will be in the front. Tregimba to Llewellyn. Outside to Leathead. Nice dig by Willems, and now Sean stands and delivers from 15. Here comes Leathead again. That's Briley Leathead. Again, it goes to Willems and Sean, and now free balled over to Tregimba. Llewellyn with the bump set is tight at the net. Bit of a joust. Leathead gets and wins the joust, and now free balled over by Willems to Tregimba. Outside, nope, middle to Leathead. Diving for it was Jay, got a hand on it, but it went into the stand, side out to the Cyclones. Pretty good net play there by the senior. She's going to go back and serve. That's Hadley Leathead. Need to string together 2 or 3 points here. Sean with the overpass to Booth, to Llewellyn, back to Booth. Dumps it into the campfire. Now Sean's just going to free ball it over to Leathead. Llewellyn is going to Leathead. That was Briley Leathead. She's going to get the kill going cross court. From the outside. We're tied at 3. Don't believe there's a cap in this either, so the way that last set went, we could be here a while. Jay setting upside to Sean. Big swing, partially touching the net by Booth. Now attacked by Eckwall. Was blocked by Sean. Was going to go out of bounds. Eckwall couldn't help herself. Got her hand on the ball. Wormsman coming in. Hadley Leathead's headed out. With Forshine back serving for Hulett. Let serve handled by Trey Gimba. Llewellyn going to Booth on the outside. She goes up the line. Nice dig by Jay, and now free balled over. Diving for it was Booth, and she can't get there. The free ball hit the net and just rolled over, and Booth came diving in. Briley Leathead also there. 5-3 CNA scoreboard. Hulett up. Wormsman's pass to Llewellyn. Eckwell on the attack, goes cross court to Willems. Now Sean from 10 goes cross court. Trey Gimba's there, touches the flag. Llewellyn handles it. Booth goes just a little lazy roll, and again we have a setter and a running into each other, but Sean's going to get the kill. Diving for it was Trey Gimba. Needed that extra half step to the left on that one. 6-3 CNA scoreboard. Forshine. That's way deep. That almost hit the back wall. I think Clyde ducked on that one. Side out to the Cyclones. With Haley Eckwell serving and put it into the net. So that'll bring Boki in, and Eckwell to the bench. Back serving is Geib, and she returns the serve with a net. Trey Gimba, the libero, back to serve for the Cyclones. Little floater goes to Geib. There's Sean from the right side, partially blocked, popped up in the air by Malin. She tries to get out of the way of Booth and can't. That's going to be a kill and a side out. Boy, Sean swings hard every time. Like to see that in volleyball. And there's a swinging arm by Boki. Going to be an ace. Was in between her and Trey Gimba. Neither one went for it. 9-5 CNA scoreboard. Cyclones want a timeout. I'll take one too.
At Points West Community Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a business. It is a way of life. With over 94 years of experience in serving Goshen County, we understand and value the ways of our local farmers and ranchers. Through the quality of banking services and lending relationships, we take the time to know our customer and learn their operation firsthand. Stop in today to meet with our friendly and experienced lending staff to discuss your agricultural business needs. We look forward to seeing you. Points West Community Bank, a new direction in banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Chad Bates back at Southeast Schools. I'm in the elementary gym, the big one. 1A Jamboree. Cyclones down 4. It's 9-5 on the Clark and Associates scoreboard. You have Chloe Sean serving. Probably their most explosive player, who happens to be just a freshman. Wow, be fun to watch her over the years. And we're all set, ready to go. Here's Sean serve. It's going to go to Boki. She handles this one. Llewellyn takes it over a second contact to Sean, to Jay in the middle. Nice dig. And now up, and Malin on the attack, partially touched, is going to get the kill. Went off of the hands of Jay. So Wormsman coming out, and in is Hadley Leathead. Briley Booth is serving for the Lady Cyclones. Down 3 to Sean. Jay going outside to Willems, partially touched by Leathead, and it still fell in. That moves Didier back to serve. It's a young team. They start 1 senior, 2 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. This Hulett Red Devil team. There's Leathead on the attack. Popped up in the air by Didier, and now Willems on the attack. Trey Gimba had scooted up and vacated the entire 2/3 of, or half the back right court. Defensively was a big hole there. 11-6 CNA scoreboard. Didier to Trey Gimba. Nice pass to Llewellyn. Takes it over. Doesn't fool Willems. Back to Willems on the outside. She rolls it over to Boki. Llewellyn. Malin on the attack. Big swing and a kill. Cyclones needed that. Kiana Llewellyn will head back to serve. Eckwall checking in, who has been relatively quiet this entire match. She's in the front row with Maling and Hadley Leathead. Sean serve, her pass is over. Maling picks it back down in front of Jay for the kill on the overpass. Cyclones need to get up probably to 10. Need a couple more, maybe 3 points. They're down 3, but we're getting late in the game here. Llewellyn, great serve to Willems. Back to her on the outside. She just has to roll it over to Maling. Llewellyn going back to Maling on the outside. She just free balls it over. Diving for it was Didier. Can't get her hand all the way underneath it. Shanks it. That's a kill. In the outskirts of the campfire. Llewellyn, catches the top of the net. Doesn't quite clear it. Thought maybe it would trickle over. It didn't. So Jay's serving. Cyclones down by 3. Need a side out. 12-9. We're going to 15. Leathead to Llewellyn. She's going to go back to Leathead in the middle. Partially touched and then still falls in for the kill. That set was a little quicker than a lot of them. Not a quick set, but it was definitely lower. And Hulett did not make the adjustment on the set. That serve is going to be long by Maling, so she's going to come out. Trey Gimble come in, play defense as the libero. Williams back serving, 13-10 CNA scoreboard. Booth to Llewellyn, to Leathead, just over the net. Forshine to Jay, going outside to Sean. That's probably where I would go, and she powers it through the block of Haley Eckwall. We're at match point for Hulett, 14-10 CNA scoreboard. Willems to Trigimba, tracked down, and now on the outside to Leathead. She's going to be stuff blocked by Sean. Nobody can get there as it caroms off her hands. Out of bounds. Cyclones drop the third set, 15-10. Now, it's going to depend on, they go by wins and losses, and there's 3 teams, I think, that are 2-1, that each one beat each other. Next, it'll come down to the points, and so I don't know. I think that the 24-26 game set really hurt the Cyclones. They could be the 2 seed, but we'll have to see. Probably we'll have those results, the seedings for tomorrow's at the scoreboard show tonight after the football game. Thanks for listening, everybody. This is Shad Bates, sending it back to the studio.